Stressed. Reason?
We've got a lot planned for this show. It's like...
This is my big question, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, what are you doing for the
We
show?
can't tell you before the show. We can't ruin it.
Are they going to be like costumes?
We can't ruin it.
Maybe not.
Because those kind of like jumpsuits from that video with like, was it like Bruce Lee or something?
Oh, the karate outfit.
Yeah. I'm expecting those. So if they're not there, I'll head over to Tim.
I should have gone to Mac.
Quick fire stuff: pizza or spaghetti?
Pizza.
I'd agree with that.
Although pizza, as long as you don't have to eat it with your hands, because I don't have any bite with my teeth.
So, yeah, Ewan has like his jaw is like too far out of the bottom, so he basically just drags food in and out of his mouth.
It's disgusting. Yeah.
Nothing happens to it. He just ends up licking it.
Yeah.
Oh.
My dad always used to like just stare at me when I'd eat an apple when I was a kid. Like,
You know you're doing that wrong.
but yeah, I had to have an operation when I was like 18, where they cut out like a centimetre of my jaw, and it's still this big. But yeah, so pizza with a knife and fork.
Okay. Like I just had my wisdom teeth out. My jaw was literally like out to here.
Yeah, it's the funniest thing ever, isn't it?
Funny. Yeah, and so like you're just bleeding every time you talk.
Yeah. Yeah, I had, when they did the operation, they had to like cut mine out before they come through, so they had to like go into the gums. But after, I had like, obviously I was like swelled up, swollen, that one. And I had these like pipes coming out here that was just like draining pus. These like two like containers here. It was great.
Slightly grim, but
pizza.
So yeah, pizza.
Early riser, late nighter.
Early riser.
I think I'm either.
You're a bit both.
I'm midday. Early riser, did you say?
Yeah. Quite like, don't know. We work quite hard, and yeah, so we sort of get up and we go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, probably agree.
Favourite song right now? Favourite album? Favourite artist?
I like that Caroline song by Eminem. Do you know that?
No, I don't think I do.
It's pretty G. It's pretty great.
It's too hard. I just stick with Ewan's. Do you need two?
Well, I was just kind of getting like a rough feel for like where
Do you know what?
you're at.
I feel like because it was a one-hit wonder, it gets a bad rep. But like, Still My Sunshine by Len is like one of my favourite songs ever. I think it's like massively underrated.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say that.
Alrighty, I'm gonna like add those to the list and be like, guys, these are the top
Definitely.
put them.
Put that on the playlist.
Oh yeah, sweet, both going on.
Okay, where did the band name come from?
We had this demo before, like me and Cal were just writing music together, and we hadn't sort of solidified it as a band or anything.
Yeah, we were just messing around.
Yeah, and one of them was like, we really liked the track, but it was just recorded on like a really shitty keyboard. And we just labelled the demo like Bad Sounds, as in like, you know, like a track that sounds as shit. And we just ended up using it. I feel like that was the first demo where we thought we found like our sound, so we just went with that.
Okay, you probably get this question like tons, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Where the heck does your sound come from? Like, especially say for like your kind of audience now, as in like might be a bit younger, who might not have listened to like older stuff.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, it's basically we grew up playing music together in bands as guitarists, and then sort of a period at like the end of our teens, I suppose. I tried to move to London and just be a guitarist in a band.
Yeah.
And Ewan got really turned on to like hip hop stuff.
Okay.
Bought a sampler, learned how to make beats. While I was like playing in bands, learning how to work in that environment, and learning how to record a band as well. And then I ran out of money, had to move back home, moved back in with my mum and Ewan, and we just started recording together again, just for fun. And I think maybe it's the blend of those two things. Like Ewan then turned me onto all the hip hop stuff, and I learned how to do that as well. And I turned him on to like some of the stuff that I've been learning. And I think it's just a blend of all those things, just that two different sides of the industry, the live and the more like programmed beat side.
Yeah.
For sure. I think it changed the way we work as well, because I was, for like the 2 years or maybe longer before we did that, I was just making tracks by like sampling off records and stuff.
Yeah.
And when Callum came back, we just thought we'd do something together because we were like, we've always been like best mates and stuff. And so I just treated Callum like a record, like I just get him to play riffs and be like, no, play something else.
Yeah.
And then when he plays something I like, I'd loop it up, and then we'd like basically somewhere around that. And then on the same side of that, sometimes I'd have a beat program, but we wanted it to feel live, so like Callum would know how to like mix, like record it live, so it sounded like how I wanted it as a sample, if you know what I mean. So I feel like we just kind of learned like the stuff each other didn't have, and then
yeah, I mean, a lot of those classic breakbeats, it was like the way the drums were recorded and the room it was recorded in and stuff like that that makes it sound so cool. So yeah.
Okay. Are there like any samples on the EP? Because like sometimes I'm like, that sounds a bit Michael Jackson, and then there's another song and I'm like, this keeps making me think of something. It makes me think of football for a reason. Like sometimes football.
Wow.
That is
the trumpets.
Oh, it's probably Wages.
Yeah. No, there's not. We've had a few things where we've sampled tracks and then tried to like, or we tried to record things so they sound like a sample, if you know what I mean. So sometimes we tried just sort of like writing stuff as it was like a soul song or something, and then just resampling it to try and make it fit with like how we'd make a track normally.
So it's like writing a song then remixing that song.
That's like a really interesting process, because I was going to say, you know, like you've got 5 people in your band, but how do you go about piecing things together and writing it?
It's just us that write and record the stuff. So, but yeah, that with the sample stuff, it was something that we were always into, like how things sound, like how samples sounded when they're sort of like chopped up and stuff. So we will record stuff that like we could just play the drums on, but we'll record it and then like chop up a loop that feels really cool and then base it around that.
I can't remember how I started like listening to you guys, if it was like via some sort of like Spotify related artist or on a playlist or something. But I saw that you've been on tour with Rat Boy.
Yeah.
Did you like know of Rat Boy before you went on tour with him?
Yeah, we were aware of him. He had worked with our producer James Drew. But you know about him before then, right?
No, James was
So he did sign on with James, and so we were sort of aware of him. I didn't really know any of his music or anything, but yeah, we sort of first made aware of him through James, and then we got offered the support tour, and it was like probably one of the best things we've ever done as a band. So much fun, and like all of his fans were so like welcoming to us, which was like, I don't know, being a support band on a tour can be quite damning, because you sort of worry, are people even going to be there for the support band? We're not the headliners, so like they don't know any of our songs or anything. So, but they were all amazing. They just went wild for like every show.
What plans do you have for the summer in terms of shows?
We've got a load of festivals we're doing. And then we haven't really got any of our own shows in the summer. We're kind of focusing on recording and writing new stuff for now.
For an album, another EP. Come on.
Well, we definitely. It's going to be another EP next. That we're pretty much, you know, we know what the track's going to be. It's pretty much done. So now we're just sort of like starting on the next thing. So we kind of have that ready to go. So that's the main focus, and then like it seems like almost every weekend we're doing festivals.
What festivals have you got lined up?
Good question. Nibley is one. I can get this up.
UK based.
All UK.
There's one in France called This Is Not a Love Song.
That's our first time abroad.
How did you get France? Why are you going to France?
It just came about, like just got an email about doing it, and we were like, we'll
Let's
get a
go.
fan. So yeah, it seems cool.
Barn on the Farm.
Are we definitely doing some of these? Because some of these are TBC.
Yeah, I know. Truck. We're doing Truck. We're doing Chemical in, or is that to be confirmed? Why not?
Yeah, I know they're random. It's alright.
First. Yeah.
Is there any like Glastonbury festival?
We're not doing either of those this year. Which is a shame. But we did Glastonbury last year, and I felt like that was like the first springboard for us. It was a big deal, and we sort of just released Avalanche. Annie Mac had supported it at Radio 1, and then like it felt like 2 weeks later we did the BBC introducing stage at Glastonbury, and they you can actually watch Avalanche from that performance, and it was like it felt like a lot of things fell into place for us, and it was a good time.
Also, where does the kind of like band logo look, like these red, orangey, yellow colours, music videos?
Yeah.
Visually, where is this all coming from? Because like the music video to, what was it, which one was it? Avalanche. The dancing scene in Avalanche. The dancing scene in Avalanche. My heart was just like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a good movie tonight.
Well, they're mainly the logos and stuff, and the like the aesthetic. I'd say is mainly Cal.
Yeah. So I've done like all of our artwork since we started going. I don't really know if it was just like, I think we just wanted to keep it simple and just so like keep it to a simple colour scheme and stuff that like not really into like the neon thing or anything like that. We just wanted something that like we felt like represented us. It wasn't too slick, but it was also kind of like, I feel like it references a lot of the stuff that we listened to in terms of like 70s and 60s samples. I felt like a lot of that artwork, there was like browns and mustards and like...
For sure. And I think like on top of that, like the main two things, like from me I was like just like a huge Missy Elliott fan, and I always loved like all the bold colours and like how her videos look. So we always wanted to have something that was kind of like that, and then Cal's sort of massively into the Flaming Lips. So all the way everything's so like, you know, wild and colourful again.
Yeah.
I feel like from day one, when we first started, it seemed like that kind of like black and white aesthetic was like the big thing.
Oh god.
And we just came out like, well, we not anything against it, it just wasn't what we wanted to do. You know what I mean?
So also it doesn't suit our music either. Like our music is quite, like say, bold and
upbeat,
brash and upbeat. Yeah, exactly. So luckily our taste just sort of works with our music.
That's the thing. So like your music, like sound-wise, is really kind of like upbeat, like dancey, summery, but then the lyrics. Like you probably get asked this a lot as well, but what? Like, yeah, my little brain is just like, can you explain? Because like even like
the juxtaposition between the lyrics and the music.
That, yeah, definitely that. Like as well, but also just kind of, you know, how are you going about it? Because like song to song, there's kind of sometimes like a storyline, but then rhinoceros.
Yeah.
like you know, where is this coming from?
I mean, you could do this like case by case on each song.
Yeah.
Really
but
I think the main thing for me is that I think I realised I can't write lyrics in like making up story kind of way. So so literally all of our lyrics, I'd say 95% are all just conversations I've had with friends, or the both of us have with friends.
Yeah.
So like all the stories in Avalanche are all literally just 3 different evenings by like some of our friends.
Yeah.
No way.
They're just like stories they told us.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Julie does.
Julie
is like in love with the band.
But yeah, and so that's sort of 95% that, and then I guess every now and again we sort of like chuck in the odd line we sort of had in our heads from going around. But yeah, I think my thing is I really sort of passionately think if to sort of show someone the situation you're in your life, like us, at our age, living where we live, I feel like telling the stories about all of our friends and everyone else in the same situation explains that better than me trying to say it how I would, if you know what I mean. I feel like it's more like I'd rather show people like a day in the life of our world than like try and sum it all up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's it.
And then the juxtaposition between like some of the kind of the.
I feel like that's just a theme in our bands.
Yeah, I agree with Cal. It's just like, it's just something that's always seemed to naturally happen with us. Like, I think because we're very different anyway.
Yeah.
And we've always been like best mates. It just, I think, I've always had a thing for things being opposites. You know what I mean? And half the time, I didn't even realise like, it was after Avalanche was out, people were saying like, what's going on with the lyrics? And I didn't really, I don't know.
Sorry. Can I just give you that as well? I found in a box.
No, I was going to keep it down there because
okay. It was just in a really random box, but...
Okay, well I can keep on with it.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's alright.
As you were.
Oh, can you give Sam his phone? Someone tried to call him.
Yes.
Cool.
And... can we wrap this up in a couple of minutes?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Shit.
Sorry.
Alright.
It's good.
My bad.
Editing. What were we saying?
Oh yeah. So people sort of pointed out that it was that they're quite depressing, but I don't really see them as depressing. I just see them as like pointing out
real.
I was just gonna say just kind of like contrasting.
But also like when me and Ewan hang out, and also like when we perform as well, as characters we're very contrasting, and like I don't know. I just feel like it's a whole thing between us. And with the music as well, the fact that there's this like really upbeat side of things with this like not dark but like it's like
summary.
It's like Callum showed me a really happy song, so it's like cool, I'm gonna talk about death on it.
Do you think that kind of like this the whole upbeat contrasting just actually helps you talk about themes like death? Like, do you think you'll end
up things that we're not talking
music?
About it, like we're preaching about it. We're literally we're almost like documenting what's happening around us rather than like.
Yeah. Or to me, I think this stuff is like, I don't write any of the things down that people say to me. It's just stuff that sticks with me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe the stuff that just naturally that you take away from conversations, the most important stuff is sometimes about those topics. You know, I think things that are a bit more like hard hitting.
Yeah, definitely.
So I guess it's because of that.
I know that we have to like wrap up. So one of my favourite questions to ask is, can you describe your music as a piece of food, or the EP, your music generally as a piece of food?
Something juxtaposition.
Nachos.
Marmite and cream.
Marmite and cream. Oh, Joe, I remember putting on, you know those like ice creams that have coconut on, that snowballs?
Yeah.
I remember putting tomato ketchup on one of those.
Yes.
It was actually the most vile thing I've ever made.
Didn't we have a period of just trying to eat gross food like that?
Was it one Christmas? Oh, I can't remember that.
I swear it was like bourbons and mustard or something.
Yeah. Bourbons and marmite.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
I can like feel.
Yeah, bourbons and marmite. Let's go for that.
And you can't say anything about like what the show.
Nope.
Okay. And so where are you getting your fan base from as well? That's like my kind of like.
It's a good question. I'd like to know that.
Like who are your kind of like audience that you see coming to shows or like?
It's a real mix, but I quite like that.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, to be honest I don't really like to think about it too much because I think that you end up trying to write for people. But we're quite lucky in the fact that like people of all ages, genders, whatever, religious beliefs seem to like enjoy it. Which is better than just having like, I don't know, 20 to 25 male demographic.
Yeah, we definitely had shows where people have said at the end like, oh, I didn't realise you had like so many young people in the audience, or the other way around. And I feel like
it's like, what can I say?
Yeah. I feel like it's not that. I just feel like it's a nice thing. You know, there's not many. It was a shock to us as much as anyone else, but it's everybody always seems to have a good time usually. So as long as they don't start fighting, I'm not really fighting, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I guess I have to like leave you guys to do whatever you're. What are you doing?
Well, we can't tell you that, can we? I actually don't know.